so expensive, we're staying at room 13. Usually airy and usually very, and that's just how my life goes. And I don't ever try to dress to impress. Fuck you, preppy asshole. On the 14th floor and a bathroom door don't lie. So happy we don't gotta worry about the cops. We could all get arrested for this, but when the bodies mix, I don't give a shit tonight. Alright. Now she walks in the bedroom fast, despite all the noise from the crowd. Now she's bedless on the bathroom sink. Her mother would be so proud. Gets on a deed and there's a line to go pee, but the bathroom looks like a war zone.
Welcome in to episode 213 of Phired Sports. Check us out, phiredsports.com. I'm Mike Toledo. Join me as always, Dom Console. What's going on, Dom?
What's going on?
No, I feel like it's been a while since we just had a show just the two of us. It's been
Probably
a long time.
I think what last week may have been the first time Mark missed.
Yeah, I think so.
It's probably been since before he joined us.
Yeah.
So like the summer, right?
It's been a while, yeah. So Mark,
been a while.
there you go.
Right.
Give us a rendition. So Mark got married last week. So he's on his honeymoon, for last week's show. You were somewhere gallivanting across New York or something like that. So you
Correct.
couldn't be on the show. So we didn't do a show last week. And then Mark is covering the Flyers tonight as a member of Phired Sports. So he's probably stuck in traffic leaving Xfinity Mobile Arena. So won't be able to join us tonight. But Flyers get a shootout win. I'll be honest. I would have almost. I know we couldn't because schedules, didn't line up and we couldn't get on last week. But I had so much anger and vitriol last week because of the Phillies, and I wanted to come on this week, and obviously I'm referring to the Dave Dombrowski press conference, and I wanted to come on this week and be hot and bothered and angry, and maybe you could say something that'll spark that in me again. But I'm not as angry as I was a week ago. I don't know why, but
Was that so? Last week was the first episode for the Phillies off season.
correct.
Wow, it feels like so long, so much like so far. It feels like so long ago.
Yep.
You want me to try to,
Or
what are you asking me to do? Are you asking me to fire you up in getting you back in, or firing you up and making you more upset?
I don't know if you're gonna get me back in.
Or try. I'm saying.
I don't. I
don't know what you're asking.
I guess I'm sure there's gonna be something. Depending on where you want to take this conversation, I'm sure there's gonna be something that is a conversation is gonna come up that's gonna spark my anger for why I just don't know that I believe in the team anymore.
Is that because you're upset with the Phillies, or because you and I don't agree on a lot?
The Phillies.
That's what I mean.
Because I think like me and you, for the most part, and maybe the way we, the reasonings our wires might get crossed a little bit, but I think for the most part we agree on the Phillies as a whole.
Yeah, they have to be better.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. I just think you and I view it on how to get better a little differently. At least from the last conversations that we've had was, I don't know if anything's changed, but I think you kind of mentioned, maybe letting Schwarber walk, being a little bit disappointed in Harper. What else? I think we agree on
Coaching staff. I think is a big part.
Okay, I think we both agree that Dombrowski's probably the biggest problem. Would you agree with that? Because I know we spoke that we both
Yes.
feel that way, but I don't know if we
Yes.
both think it's probably the biggest problem.
Yes. Yes. I agree with that.
Okay. I don't know how I feel because I'm still like pretty numb to it.
Or does it even go above Dombrowski, and is it a John Middleton problem?
Well, I think those things are like hand in hand because like
Okay.
I think that I've been on the record saying I feel like John Middleton comes out to the media and tells them one thing, and then behind closed doors, just to like make himself look like the good guy. And I like Middleton. Like I think he's been a great owner. I think he's kind of brought them back to relevance. He obviously isn't scared to spend the money. It just was spent probably the wrong way. And that's like a Dombrowski problem.
Agreed.
But I think for the most part, he wants to win, and Middleton and will do what it takes to win. But at the end of the day, it is a business, and I just feel like he's come out and he's trying to be like Jeffrey Lurie and trying to be, this thing that like the city loves, and he brought them back to relevance. So like I think he plays a part when he comes out to the media and like speaks. And then behind closed doors, I just kind of feel like, and I have nothing to like base this off of other than just a gut feeling of how things have gone the last few years. Because like Dombrowski's a spender. Like Dombrowski will go out and try to get the team as better. That's his job. And any GM's probably going to do that. So like I think if Middleton really did say like here is as many blank checks as you want, like what's going to stop Dombrowski from doing it? We're a big market. It's win now. Blah blah blah. So I just kind of feel like Middleton comes out and like says like we want that championship. We'll do whatever it takes, and then behind closed doors, like I don't really want to spend the money. That's what I kind of feel like happened with Kepler last year. Like when they signed Kepler, I kind of feel like he said, "Well, no, you kind of have your core. You're spending all this money. You can go out and get a cheaper guy that might, you know, fill a role. Hopefully, like a low, like a not a low key guy, but like a low name guy that could come in and probably help this team. And it just so happened to be Kepler at $10 million. Like I think that plays a part. So I think Middleton, if that's true, I think Middleton is a problem of some sort.
Especially in the press conference when like Dombrowski says, and listen, we've heard him say they're not going to spend money or be a player in free agency, and then they go out and they try to like,
Right.
So they say what they say during these press conferences, but Dombrowski straight up said we're not going to be a $400 million payroll next year. And if you look at their finances, they're pretty close to that, 400 million. So that makes me think if what he says is true is one, Middleton's kind of holding him back, saying, "I'm not spending $400+ million." Number one, and number two, again, you look at the payroll; they're not that far off from that. It's basically gonna be the same team next year. Like they're running it back, unless you could get creative, move money, and figure things out that way. But like, I don't have the confidence in Dombrowski to do that.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the way that things have gone the last few years. Like obviously, when they signed Schwarber and Castellanos, it was exciting at that time, and then they signed Trey Turner. That's exciting at that time, and then the trade deadlines have been outside of this year have been very lackluster.
Like even this year, like you locked into what Harrison Bader brought you. Like nobody expected him to be the spark plug that he was. And then Duran above average closer, but like he wasn't like lights out. I did, yes. Yeah, he wasn't like 100% lights out. Like he still had some struggles. And your cat has a strong opinion about this.
I know she she loves Duran. Yes. She's at the bottom of the steps. My wife is upstairs, so like when she shuts the door, she gets all upset. But I don't know why she's down here crying. But yeah, I actually thought Duran was like a great move. I think that I think outside of maybe 2 appearances the whole regular season, he was great. Again, we talked about it. Like he I think it was one of the last episodes that I did with you guys was right after game 2, right before game 3 against the Dodgers. I hopped on. It kind of did feel like there were times where he got hit a little hard, but like that's not a terrible thing. Like you obviously want him to get better, but I think for the most part that was a great move. And the Bader thing, I think you have to credit Dombrowski a little bit as much as we don't want to, because when he won in 2018 with the Red Sox, like there were those 2 or 3 moves that he made the Red Sox were like 8th guys on the line, like the number 8 hitter. Like it was it, and I think the one, I forget who it is, that won the MVP, the World Series MVP, in 2018. But it was like a guy they got at the deadline that was like, just came up big, and that's what kind of like Bader was. He was hoping Bader would be. So I obviously Bader didn't. He played 6 innings of the entire playoffs outside of pinch hitting, but yeah, I mean, I thought it worked out pretty well. I thought this was
could give you 100 guesses.
I don't know who it is. Yeah. Is it an outfielder?
I'm going to be honest. I've never heard of this guy that
What's
won
his
the
name?
World Series MVP in 2018. His first name, if I give you his first name, you'll get it.
Maybe.
Steve.
No.
Steve Pierce.
Okay, that sounds familiar now. But like outside of like, outside of, like you just saying it just like sparked like, oh yeah, that's right. Couldn't tell you who he played for before and after.
Steve Pierce won. That's nuts. I'm gonna try to find his like actual stats.
And that's what Dombrowski's tried to do the last 3 or 4 trade deadlines, was try to find like a
Sure.
like a role guy that like comes in and like gives a spark to the team and comes up big. I wonder who won the World Series MVP, because Dombrowski has what? How many World Series? 2?
2.
He's been to 5.
Nah. Does he have 2?
The
Or who?
Marlins.
Is it the Marlins?
I think it's the Marlins in 03 or 97, one of those. But he's been to like 5 or 6.
Steve Pierce played 13 years in the league somehow, and played for 7 teams in 13 years. If that tells you anything.
I think that guy lives like 3 houses down from me.
Yeah,
Steve Pierce.
Yes.
No, now that you said that, it kind of like I kind of like it like jogs my memory a little bit, but I couldn't tell you.
I'll try to find the Marlins.
But I think it was 97.
At least at 03, no?
It was either 97 or 03. I'm pretty sure he was in Detroit by 03.
Yeah, he was not in Florida in 03, so let me see here.
Yeah, because he lost
97 Dombrowski, yeah.
He lost 2 in Detroit, I believe. He lost to the Cardinals.
Yeah, so 97, they won the World Series. Let's see who the MVP was. Livan Hernandez.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. But that's what he does. He finds these guys, and like these guys you've never heard of that like come out and like, and obviously you've heard of Bader, but like
Livan Hernandez played 17 years in Major League Baseball.
Don't know who that is.
For 9 teams.
When did he retire?
2012.
Wow. So that's like a good portion of my life.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so I don't know. I think Dombrowski is the biggest problem. I think Middleton is a problem. I think Thompson is like the 6th problem. I think that the lineup is and that also is like a Dombrowski. That's like a branch of the Dombrowski problems. Is that like the lineup is also a problem. But I just think that we have to know who these guys are. Like Schwarber is a guy that historically has not been good in the LDS. He's been great in the CSs, LCSs. He's been pretty good in World Series. Like for some reason that round kind of is his kryptonite. Harper outside of this year has been great for the Phillies in the playoffs statistically. Turner was great the first 2 series that he played here in 2023. I think it was his first year. And ever since game 5 against Arizona in 2023, he's been horseshit. Who else am I thinking of? Who else in this line? Like it just doesn't help that like Brandon Marsh is your 5 hitter. Like Alec Boehm is your 4 hitter.
Mm-hmm.
So, and is
like,
that their
listen,
fault? Like, is that Brandon Marsh and Boehm's fault? No, like that's not their fault that they hit in that spot. But like, you also need them to be, you need all these guys to be better.
Right, but like That's when I have a big coaching issue. Is Kevin Long gonna change the way Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner hit the ball and approach the ball? No. Is Rob Thompson gonna change the way these guys swing the bat? No. But you gotta put these guys in the best position to succeed. And having Brandon Marsh, and he had a great second half. I can admit that. But in a playoff series, and Bohm isn't even like that good. Like he's fine, and he's batting 4, and they're treating Bohm like he's prime Barry Bonds, just basically walking him every time because they know they have no chance of Brandon Marsh hitting the ball. Like figure that out. Find somebody else to protect the top 4 a little better. Why do you keep
Sure.
marching out Brandon Marsh every single playoff game? Makes no sense. It's a fatal coaching mistake.
See, I think it's more than a coaching mistake. Because they shouldn't have brought him back going into this year. Like last offseason, he probably shouldn't have been here.
Sure, but again, he was credit to him. He was lights out the second half of the year.
Who, Bohm?
No, Marsh.
No, but I'm talking about Bohm.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm talking about Bohm. I'm talking about he probably shouldn't have been here after the Mets series.
Sure, but again, to me, it's not even the problem. It's the fact that you have Marsh behind him. Like Marsh at 5 is a joke.
Hit both of them at 4 and 5 is a joke.
And I agree. I agree with that. And if you go back to coaching again,
Well-
like if Schwarber was dreadful, move him somewhere in the lineup.
We talked about that a few weeks ago. Like when I popped on that week, I would have had going into game 1 because obviously Bader played that started that game. I would have had Turner lead off, Bader at 2, Harper at 3, Schwarber at 4.
Then JT at 5 or something like that.
Sure.
I don't.
Or even Bohm. I'm fine with Bohm.
Or even
at 5
Bohm
too.
at 5.
But
Bohm
like
5, JT 6,
Yeah.
Marsh 7. Like I don't hate your lineup if Marsh is 7 or 8.
right. But yeah, I just think that like that's an ownership / coaching or not coaching ownership / president / GM front office issue is they have to get better at a position like that. And just coming off of the year he had last year where he was throwing temper tantrums all year and crying in the dugout, like I don't know how you bring that back and you justify that a guy that hits 15 homers a year can hit cleanup. And I'm not even somebody who's like super like I need 50 homers for my cleanup guy. Like that, I understand baseball's changed and the 4-hole hitter isn't as important or isn't as cleanup, like it isn't as power. Because you look at the Dodgers right now, like Ohtani's the leadoff hitter, like it's changed a lot. And I also think if Bader was healthy, they would have they may have made changes too. Like I know that first game he hit 6th, he was 6th in the lineup, but I think that they could have and would have made changes going into, say game 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I mean, people are talking about Bader hitting cleanup. I'd rather Bader hit cleanup than Bohm, truthfully.
I agree with that. But yeah, a lot of my vitriol was just like Dave Dombrowski in that press conference, and then like to hear him talk repeatedly. And listen, the Dodgers are very, very good. I get it, but the entire press conference is a constant deep throat fest of the Dodgers. Like,
yeah, because he wants to justify why they
sure
are.
it's zero accountability is what it shows. Zero.
I agree with that.
Like I like the Reds stink. The Reds put up 9 runs against the Dodgers in 2 games. The Blue Jays are very good. They could hit 11 runs in the first game, 5 in game 3. Like teams have hit the Dodgers, and the fact that you say, oh well, we just faced we had a bad opponent. So then you just told me, you admitted that you were not, you weren't the best team in the playoffs. You admitted it.
I think 2 things can be true. Personally, I think that you did get the best version of the Dodgers pitching staff, and I also think that those other teams like the Brewers didn't hit them very well either.
No, but I think we all kind of going in didn't love the Brewers.
Sure, no, I think the Phillies on paper and even eye tests are better, but still, like that's another team that won how many games that couldn't hit them either.
Sure. Although I'd have to look at like the Brewers lineup. Like it's their first time there. Like the Phillies.
They were there last year. The Brewers Brewers in the playoffs last year.
Experience wise, the Phillies should it's not new to the Phillies. Like I don't know, the Brewers just seem kind of like the new up and coming team who
I mean,
doesn't have
I
a
still
ton
think
of
they made it.
postseason experience
I
yet.
think it's the third year in a row making.
Is it? No, it's not.
Yeah,
No, it's
they
not.
won the division like 3 years in a row.
No, they didn't.
I'm pretty sure.
No, they I mean, you might be right. It seems like they just kind of the new kids on the block kind of thing.
I'm trying to think. 2022. I don't think they made it. I think they made it 23, 24, 25.
Hold on. I'm gonna look. All right. So this year, obviously, last year they won the division.
They lost in the wild card against the Mets last year.
Yep.
They were up in the 9th inning, 2 outs. Pete Alonso hit the go ahead in the 9th on the road.
Hold on. I just want us to see how dumb I sound. Hold on. All right. So the last time the Brewers missed the playoffs, 2017. So I don't know what I'm talking about. All right.
No, they've been there.
All right. Never mind. Listen, I can admit when I'm wrong. Listen, it doesn't happen often, but I can admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah. So, but going back to the point, like, I think two things could be right. I think you may have gotten the best version of their pitching staff, and the Phillies just didn't hit. It's true,
and both of those things are true. But when I see the way you've gone out in the last 3 seasons,
I got you.
The last thing I want to hear is that.
I understand.
The last thing.
No, I hear you. I it's kind of an ego thing. It's kind of like a this is why we lost, and that's what I'm going to blame it on because I've been, quote unquote, successful in this league for so long, and blah blah blah. But at the same time, like I've said this over in the group text, I think I've said it to you in person. Like, when I saw you last, like he's an old school guy, and he's never going to give away like what he's doing. So I don't think you could take so much away, I don't think you could take so much away from that press conference, but. It's the only thing we have, right? Like it's the only thing that has come out that we could sit here and say, like, well, this is what he said. But like there have been multiple times where, like, in the past, like, and I don't think I've been on record saying this on the show, but it's like the past of, we're not going to spend money in 2023. They go out and give Trey Turner $300 million. Going into 2024, they said they weren't going to offer, Yamamoto. They reportedly offered him more money than the Dodgers did. So like. I just don't think he wants to show you his cards.
I agree with that.
Whether or not that means Middleton is saying, "Here's a blank check, go get me X, Y, and Z," and Dombrowski says, "No, thank you. We have a budget. Like I want to spend it correctly, and I want to be able to use money later." Blah blah blah. Or Middleton is saying, "No, you can't spend any more money." Like whatever the truth is, I am not very confident in what this offseason is going to bring. And this is the first offseason. I have no idea what they're going to do. Like, I don't have like the last 3 or 4 years, going into that 2022 offseason, you knew, okay, the Phillies were really close the last 2 years. They have Harper in his prime. They have JT in his prime. Like, they're going to go out. We were interested in either Castellanos or Schwarber, and they bring in both. Then the following year, okay, we know.
Yeah, I remember
infielder.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, going into that offseason, I remember it was Castellanos, Schwarber, and was it Chris Bryant? I think it was Chris Bryant. And we were like, listen, if they get one of those guys, I'll be ecstatic. They got 2 or 3. And like,
right. Yeah, and they picked 2 of the right 3, even though Castellanos has been horrible. It's
right. Yeah.
he hasn't been Chris Bryant.
Yeah.
And then going into 2023, it was that offseason coming off the World Series run was like, they need a middle infielder. And it's like, well, we're gonna try to get one of Correa, Turner, Dansby Swanson, and forget who the other guy was, but and they wound up getting Trey Turner, and it's like you didn't really expect them to do that, and like then it's just I don't know what they're gonna do. And those last 3 or 4 years, it felt like we kind of knew that they were gonna go out and make big moves and be big players, and I'm happy that they have. It just turns out that maybe the way they've spent the money the last few years, and I love Nola, like I'm a big Nola guy, but like
Nola's not going anywhere though.
Well, no, but I'm saying, but the way the money they allocate it to him, it's not looking great, and there's just no confidence, and I have no idea what they're going to do. They can either blow this up or go out and spend $1 billion. Like I don't know what's going to happen. I could see
I
one or
don't
the
think
other.
I don't think they'll do anything too crazy, to be honest with you. I think I think it's pretty obvious Castellanos is gone. Like that really,
Sure.
especially bringing back Thompson. Like that relationship's done. Dabrowski basically said it all, but he's gone. Like he's gone. Um, I don't. I know you talked about him a little bit. I don't know how you bring Bone back. Like the
Sure.
constant crying and when things don't go his way. Just I think I brought it up a couple shows ago, or a couple weeks ago, that like it's a cliche that like guys aren't built to play here. But like, I truly believe those two guys, Castellanos and Boehm, aren't meant for a city like this. Not specifically Philadelphia, but for a high, you know, a passion place that like
Yeah,
people are gonna call it. Like I don't think either of those guys are built for that type of environment.
that's probably true. Yeah.
So I don't know how you could bring Castellanos definitely gone. I don't know how you could bring back Boehm either. I really don't. And whether that, who knows what that replacement looks like? Who knows if it's Miller day one? I doubt they'll put all their eggs in the Miller basket day one. Who knows? But like maybe it's him. Maybe it's Bregman's the guy that's kind of out there. But then you're gonna have to spend money that like you said wasn't there. They said
And you get older.
Schwarber's sure
Get
and
another old guy.
yep, and he's missed some time this year, didn't he?
Yeah, like a chunk of time, but not like
Yeah,
not
nothing
anything
crazy.
like too. Yeah,
Um,
few weeks maybe.
yeah. Um, uh, so whether it's Bregman, then you have like another question answer with like Ranger. Like, what do you do with Ranger?
Yeah.
Back in June, July, I probably would have said there's no way you're keeping him. You just can't. But like then with the Wheeler stuff, and it seems like he's actually gonna be fine pitching like
Yeah.
May.
Yeah, they said they said today that I heard today that there's an outside chance he might be ready at the start. Like
Yeah.
like an outside chance he might be ready for opening day. Which is
With that, it is crazy. But he's a year older with his kind of question mark. Like,
and you can't
this-
expect him. I don't know if you can expect him to come back and be
yeah, like
Wheeler.
right now, I think I got to resign Suarez too.
Well, here's the problem. I think, or not the problem, but the food for thought is: do you bring back Suarez because obviously the depth really helped them last year? Like they knew the last few years that they needed to go out and get started, like starting depth and decent starting depth. A couple of years ago they had Spencer Turnbull who gave them good innings but couldn't stay healthy, and a few other guys the last few years. But then they came into this year and said, okay, maybe we'll go with these 6 or 7 guys that are quality guys while we have Suarez under contract for this past season, and you'll have Luzardo for a year, 2 years, and going into last year, but now it's at the point where I think they still think they're going to contend, and I still deep down I don't think they're going to blow it up. I do think they think that they can contend, but this is Rangers payday, and somebody's going to give them money, and I don't know that the Phillies are in place or in a position to say we'll give you stupid money. Like I think somebody could really offer him 4 years, 120. And I don't think the Phillies are going to be that team. I think if the Phillies would say, "Yeah, we'll give you 4 for 80," but I don't think that they'll give him 4 for 120 like another team. Like this is his contract. This is his year to go out. He's 30. He's pitched well in lights out in the playoffs in his career. He's pitched, above average to very well to times they look great in the regular season.
But breaks down a lot.
Sure.
Finds himself on the injured list a decent amount.
Sure, but if you're like the Boston Red Sox and like you can get to the playoffs,
Sure,
with the pitching staff you have, and he's healthy in the playoffs, they'll spend that money. I know they don't
look-
spend money, but like they'll spend it in the right places, like that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there are teams that are going to contend that have the room for him, that will sign him even though he has those regular season injury struggles.
dude, look at the Dodgers this year. Like half their pitching staff was beat up the entire season.
It's been like that for 3 years.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we'll worry about it in October, and then they come back all healthy in October, and they're lights out. So,
yeah. So I just don't think I whether that's Schwarber and another big piece in the lineup, I just don't think Suarez is going to be a part of the plans especially if he costs too much money. I think they would love to have the depth, and they know him. But I just think with Painter coming, you have Luzardo for another year. Wheeler's looking like he's going to come back. Nola's here, And you even have, as much as I hate to say this, but again, it's a business. You have Walker too. Like Walker's under contract, so like we've seen. They're probably they don't just throw guys out to the street anymore. That you have to be. It's got to be June or July when they do that. Like they did that with like Didi Gregorius. Like in the final year of his contract, like they were like, all right, we can make it to June or July and then release him. So I just think it being a business, I just don't
He's
think
got one more year left, right?
Walker,
This is
yeah.
last year? Yeah.
That's another bad signing. Like
Sure. Yep.
it's so yeah, I just don't know that. I think that they feel comfortable enough with their pitching staff. Obviously you have Sanchez too. They'll go out and they'll find another guy or two, whether that's Walker Buehler comes back for their starting depth. I just don't think it's going to be Ranger.
Yeah, I mean, I guess then it's how you allocate that money then. That
Sure.
you're going to be not spent on him. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But like again, back to the press conference, and we can kind of end there with it. It's the first time I got to hear from the president of baseball operations of the Phillies right after they lose in the NLDS to the Dodgers. And it was the chance to tell me that it's not acceptable and you're not going to tolerate it. And all I basically heard is you were fine with the outcome of that season. And that's my biggest takeaway from it. It's totally acceptable.
Yeah, I hear you. I think just because he told you that, I don't know that he actually believes it. I know that's what he told us. And
you should, but again, you not even with his words, with his actions, bringing back the entire staff. The entire staff is back.
Yeah, I just don't think the staff was the problem though. Personally, like so that's why I disagree with you.
I know it doesn't work with this staff. Maybe it works with somebody else. Maybe, and I'm not even just talking Thompson, but like a kidding coach, like anybody had to fall on the sword. And you told me you were 100% acceptable.
I disagree.
I disagree.
All right. I disagree because they it's shown that it's worked. It's just the hitters don't hit. Like I don't know what else you know.
But somebody has to be blamed for that, right? Like somebody, and even if it's not somebody's fault, somebody has to fall on the sword, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm just not there yet. I still think they have a chance. That's what I'm saying. Like, I still think if they go out and make the moves that they're supposed to, they still have a chance. I just don't think Kevin Long and I'm not like some Kevin Long lover. Like I just don't think the hitting coach does anything. Like I don't think there's that much of a.
And why do I hear about how great Kevin Long is? If he doesn't do anything, why?
Like he's a good guy in the locker room to have the player.
And that's one reason I want him gone, because clearly everybody's too comfortable. Like piss somebody off.
I mean, they made 4 straight playoffs. They won 2 straight divisions.
I don't care. I don't care about the playoffs.
Okay.
I don't care about making the playoffs. Like you got to win. What have they done in the playoffs? Nothing. Okay. Aside from like a Cinderella run 4 years ago.
How many World Series do the Yankees have in the last 20 years?
I don't care about the Yankees. I'm talking about the Philadelphia Phillies. I'm talking about the Philadelphia Phillies.
When's the last time a team repeated? But when's the last time a team repeated?
This
92 and 93.
This year.
Well, the Dodgers spend trillions of dollars. Like,
all right, I want the Phillies to spend $1 trillion. I want the Phillies to spend $1 trillion.
That's not going to happen. But
sure.
So like, that's the outlier. But like, when the last time it was 92, 93, the Blue Jays, like you don't win every year. You don't like it.
But they haven't won since 2008. I'm not asking them to win every year. They haven't won since 2008.
I understand, but it does. But just because it didn't work the first 4 years doesn't mean it's not going to work the 5th year. Is what I'm saying. They got to go out and make the right moves. Do I trust that the GM is going to do that? Maybe not. But like, there's nothing that you could do about it. He's the GM. So while he's the GM, you have to sit here and you have to say, "All right, he's the GM. Let's do something." Like. There's no reason to complain that he's that this it's the reality. So let's complain that he's not making that right move. Like
well, I'm going to. I'm definitely going to.
I will be with you. I'm with you.
All right.
I will be on your side in that argument.
We've gone long on Phillies, but I do have 2 more final questions.
Okay.
Do you sign Schwarber? If he's getting this reported 5-year, 160 or whatever I saw today. Or yesterday, do you sign him to a 5-year deal?
I don't care about the 5 years that much, because he's a DH. He there's not a lot of wear and tear. he do I sign him as do I want him back as a fan? Yeah, I do. I think we know what he is in the playoffs. I've already laid out, the stats. I think the guy is a really good clubhouse guy. I think the guy's a leader. I think the biggest reason why they bring him back is because he puts asses in the seats, and it's a business, right? I think that's why they're gonna try their hardest to bring him back. I don't care about the 5 years. I care about the money. I wouldn't give him 160. Not a deal. How much is that per year?
Dom, you're asking me to do math.
Well, I lost my phone. I don't know what it fell somewhere, so I can't. They have my picks on there too. So I might
you're gonna have to find that.
Yeah, right.
That's $32 million a year.
I don't know if you saw. Yeah, that's too much money. But I don't know if you saw right before we came on. I got up from my seat and was looking. I was looking for my phone. I couldn't find my phone. But so when we do picks, I'm pretty sure I remember what I did. But yeah, getting back to it, I $32 million a year for a DH is a lot of money. I don't think he's gonna get that personally. Whether it's maybe
I would 55 home runs or whatever it was, 56. What did he end up with?
Yeah,
it was almost 60. Yeah.
No. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever he had, 56. Yeah.
It also makes me a little nervous that you have your career year and a contract year. Will he ever do that again? I don't know.
Almost. I mean, he was fucking incredible the year before too. Hit over 100 RBIs.
Sure. But he only had
40.
I was going to say 46, 47,
48, 47, something like that.
It's different than 56.
Really?
56 more than 46 last
Sure.
I checked. I said I'm not a math guy, but it's more.
But I don't think it has anything to do with the contract year. I just think he had a better, had a little bit of a better year. It was, but I don't think there's any world he gets anything like that. The only way I think he gets $30 million a year is if he signs a 3-year deal worth, $90 million or something.
Mm-hmm. All right. Second question. We don't have to go too deep on it because we've run long on Phillies, but what do you make of this the Bryce Harper drama stuff lately?
That's the one thing I really hated from the press conference was I don't think there's any reason to even say anything that Dombrowski did about Harper. That's the face of your franchise. I think he's the one guy that may get a little bit, in my opinion, in my eyes, that should get a little bit of slack off of him. He's been nothing but great for you until this postseason run. I think he played injured, even though he said he wasn't. Dombrowski said that he wasn't. I'm very curious to see, because I think it was Matt Gelb that came out with the article a couple days ago that about how he's pissed off, Harper's pissed off, and blah blah blah. I'm very curious if Harper went to him or he went to Harper. Because I think that's really telling. I think if Harper went to him, I think that's a little bit of a concern. Mm-hmm. Do I think Harper gets traded this offseason? No. I think he's here. Again, he puts asses in the seats. I don't think Middleton's ever going to let that happen. I texted somebody right after that article came out, and I said I would ship Dombrowski to K&A 100 times before I trade Harper.
Yep.
And even if in this world where Dombrowski's a better GM than Harper is a baseball player, I don't think that's true. But even if that was the case, I would still in a heartbeat.
And I think that if that would have if you trade Bryce Harper, that's obviously a deal that John Middleton would have to sign off on and be okay with.
That's what I'm
saying. John Middleton, there's not a snowball chance in hell would do that. He would send Dombrowski to fucking Korea. He would say, yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that.
So I don't think there's and is it to light a fire under his ass? It's almost November. I don't think that's. I think Dombrowski just again has the ego and kind of was just it's X, Y, and Z's fault. It's not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of part of it.
Yep.
So I don't think Harper's going anywhere. I don't want him to go anywhere.
I agree.
That's all.
All right, I agree. All right, moving on.
A lot less fighting than I thought we were going to have.
If this happened last Tuesday, I think there would have been a lot more fighting.
Yeah,
I've mellowed out since then.
Oh, you and me both. Yeah,
I've had a week to stew over it.
Sure.
So, all right, let's get into some Eagles. So
I think I
obviously,
said that to you in the text message too. Sorry, I know you're trying to move on, but I
no,
think I
it's
said
fine.
that to you in the text message. I said let's like wait a little bit, let it like let it marinate a little bit.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Eagles.
Yeah, no, totally. All right, let's move on to some Eagles talk. Took care of business against the Giants. Um,
Probably
the
their
the
best game, right? The best game of the
yeah,
year.
I mean the run game's back too. Like Saquon looked great. The offensive line I think played the best game of the season. Hurts balled out. I have no complaints, no complaints. And they got to like break somebody's leg in the process. That was fun.
Oh God. Not fun for me. I have him like every. He's like the only guy I have in every league. I don't. I
I
don't like to. I don't like to
yeah,
like different teams. Like I have 5 fantasy leagues. I don't like to. Obviously you're gonna have some guys that are on the same. A couple of the same guys.
crossover.
But like
Yeah,
for the most part, I tried not to do that. And he's like the one guy that I said after like week 3, I was like, that's the guy that's gonna win you a league. And I
I
think
actually like Scatterbo. I
yeah
like him a lot.
I traded for him in one league. I drafted him in 2, and I think I picked him up in one of the. I think our league,
hmm
but yeah, no, it was. It's not good for my fantasy team.
I don't
Right
want to talk about. I don't want to talk about that league.
now.
Have you looked
Well,
at
we're
the
actually in
stand?
2, but
Not that anybody cares. Have you looked at the standings to our family league?
yes, I'm in
I
second
am.
place somehow.
I'm 2-6. Just do the filter and look at the points for.
I don't have my phone.
I'm 2-6, and I have the highest amount of points scored for the entire league.
So my big league, I'm 3rd in points, and I'm at it's 8 teams. I'm in 6th.
Yeah,
I'm 3 and 5.
it's not
That
right.
makes sense. Yeah,
It's not right.
3rd in points, and the first place team is only 25 points ahead of me.
Nice.
So,
Yep.
it
All right.
sucks.
But not like no complaints about the game. I thought they looked great. Yeah. What was your takeaway?
Yeah. I thought the run game is finally back. I even Tank Bigsby looks, pretty decent at times, looking like maybe he could be a change of pace guy. I think Hurts
Listen,
looked pretty
I'm
great
just
for most
saying
of the
the
game.
best the offense looks is when AJ Brown doesn't play. I'm just saying.
um, yeah, but it also just kind of felt like maybe Patullo kind of started to mix it up a little bit.
Sure.
No, getting a little creative. So hopefully we can look forward to that heading into not this upcoming week, but next week because obviously it's the bye. Sorry, I don't know if you could hear me. I tried to mute.
That's fine. You're good.
But yeah, I'm sick about this AJ Brown stuff. I don't think I've been on to really talk about it much. I don't know if you guys have been talking about it.
Not really. Just because, like, I think it's a lot of like nothing, in my opinion.
I thought that like 3 weeks ago,
Okay.
but I genuinely think that he's out of here in the offseason.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. I don't think there's any chance they'd move him right now, but by the deadline. But I think he's here for the rest of the year, and I think he's gone in March.
Yeah, I don't know what his like thing is. Like, why he seems so bent. Just a usage thing? Is it coaching? Is it relationship with Hurts? Like,
Well,
what is it?
what I think it is he knows they can win with him. Look, you and I had this conversation over the weekend. Like, is there a part of him that wants the stats more than winning? Sure. I think a lot of guys are like that in most of these leagues, especially the NBA. But do I think he wants to win? Yes, I do. Do I think but I think what it really is, the biggest component is he wants to win a Super Bowl with him getting 1,400 yards and 12 touchdowns and having 2 touchdowns in the Super, kind of the 2022 season. Like that's he knows it could be that good, and I think that's what he wants. I think he wants to be Joel Embiid. I think Joel Embiid wants to be one of these all-time greats and win, and I think AJ Brown kind of has that. And I think he knows that they can do that. Like they almost did it in 22. They should have done it in 22. So I think that's like his gripe. And maybe he can go somewhere next year where that does happen, like New England or one of these teams. And he's my favorite player. Like legitimately, he's my favorite Eagle.
He's great.
And it sucks, but like At what point? This is like 3 years in a row. Like, at what point do you finally just say, okay, like we can't do this anymore?
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be like
At
that.
what point does it just affect the locker room in general?
At what point is it like just like it's just really annoying? Like not even the
Sure.
locker room, just like as a front office and as a fan base. Like it's just I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed with it. But again, I want him to go out and be great. Like I want him to go
Sure.
out and, like get 1,400 yards and there's 12 touchdowns and also win. You know,
As long as the team wins, nothing else should matter in terms of like an athlete point of view. Like
yeah,
that's
but
like
like,
that's number
not the
one.
reality. But that's just not the reality. Not today. Like I
Sure,
agree with you.
sure.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But that's just not the reality in sports today.
I don't know. Like,
Everybody wants to get paid. Everybody wants to be great. You know.
yeah, he got paid. Like he's got the millions of dollars.
Well,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I think everybody wants to get. I'm not just talking about him. I'm talking about athletes in general. Everybody wants to go out. Everybody wants to get that life changing money. Everybody wants to. Most of these guys want to be the guy.
my problem with the line of thinking is like it seems like he would rather have 15 catches, 200 yards, and lose than have one catch,
Yeah,
10 yards, and win.
I don't disagree with that, but I also think even more than that, he wants to do that and win. Like that's why it makes it a weird
Sure.
situation.
Yeah,
It makes it a weird situation. But there's a lot of guys that want there's way more guys that want the 200 and whatever those the stats that you just said and don't care about losing or don't care about winning. They really couldn't care less. Stephon Diggs is a perfect example. Like
he's an asshole though.
right, but they all are.
Fair.
That's what he's a diva. Like I've been
Sure.
telling you for 3 years, the guy's a diva. Like this is what you have to put up with greatness. It's but I think he's cut from a different cloth than those guys. I think at the most he wants is to be the 200 yards and also win. Like I think he genuinely cares about winning. Obviously, he cares more about the stats than he does the winning. In terms of if he had to pick one or the other. But I think genuinely what bugs him is the fact that he can't go out there and be the guy and because he was like 22 is the perfect example. Like he was the guy and they should have won a Super Bowl that year and I think he knows he could do that and that's what bothers him.
Yeah.
And I think him and Hurts have like something had to have happened, whether it's on the field or off the field.
So wasn't that like the big talking point when they got him? It's like, oh, they're boys, they're
Right.
they're
I think
friends and all that stuff.
I think Hurts is the godfather of his daughter.
Yeah,
AJ's daughter. Like they're best friends, and like it's definitely. I think the on the field issues have really spoiled their friendship. It seems like so. It sucks. It really does. But
Yep.
it is what it is. I guess at this point, like I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe you trade him. Maybe you trade him, and you go trade for Brian Thomas Jr.
Okay.
Because they're saying he might be available.
Just a nice little swap.
Well, no, I mean you could send AJ to New England. You could get a good, a good haul for him, and then you go and you move for Brian Thomas Jr. Which is crazy. The guy has played like what 20-something games in his career, and they're already looking to trade him.
Yeah.
That was like the report that I read over the weekend.
Things move quick in the NFL.
It's crazy.
Very quick.
It's crazy.
Yep. But yeah, now you go into the bye and just kind of, I guess, get to rest and relax now. And who they have after the bye? Because if I remember correctly, I don't have the schedule pulled up. If I remember correctly, their schedule the next 4 or 5 weeks gets pretty tough.
So the last few weeks was fairly easy, and then it gets tough.
So they come back and they're in Green Bay. They're home against the Lions. They're
Sunday night, right?
I don't have that in front of me, but
I'm pretty sure
sounds right.
I'm pretty sure Green Bay's Monday night, Detroit's Sunday night. I might be at that game.
And then they are in Dallas. So those 3 games in a row.
And then what's that bringing you to week 13?
Dallas is week 12. Yep.
And then who they play week 13?
At home against the Bears.
Okay. Which the Bears.
Yeah, I don't think you really know what the Bears are, to be honest. Like they're hit or miss.
The Bears know what the Bears are. I don't think they know what they are.
Yeah, that's fair.
I really, really need 9 wins out of them.
Okay. Was that their over under?
Yeah. Their over under was 8.5.
8.5. And you got them at 9. All right.
Yeah. So I need. I think they're 4-4 maybe.
Sounds
They
about
started
right.
off. They started off 0-2, then they rattled off 4 straight, and then they lost the
Yeah.
last 2.
Yeah. They're hit or miss then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Do you want to do against the spread?
Yeah. Let's do it. I might need you to read the games to me because I don't have.
Yeah, it's fine. So I'll be honest. I only did 4 of my 5, so I'm gonna have to do this on the fly. But we'll I'll do some updating here. So since we weren't on the show this week, I didn't read week 7, so I'll read week 7 and week 8. Week 7, me and you both went 4-1. Mark went 3-2, and then week 8, I went 3-2. Mark went 3-2, and you went 2-3. I'm impressed with how good. Usually my totals are terrible, but I'm 25-15 so far.
Okay.
Mark is 23-17, and you're in third at 18-22.
All right. I need to start picking it up here.
So that brings us to week 9. Do you have yours, or do you want me to read?
I'd be out of a lot of money if I
Yes.
did this.
Although, I mean, you're like almost 500. So you'd be, down a little
Yeah.
bit.
Can you just read the games for me real quick?
Yeah, Baltimore, Miami,
I didn't have that one.
Atlanta, New England,
Nope.
Carolina, Green Bay,
Nope.
Denver, Houston.
I had Denver, Houston. I had Denver minus 1.5. I think they are.
Denver's plus 1.5.
That's what I meant. Sorry, plus 1.5. Yeah, so I had Denver
Okay.
plus 1.5,
All right, you have Denver.
which is kind of crazy that they're.
It is.
That's insane to me.
But just like the Bears don't know who they are, I don't think Houston knows who they are either.
I know who they are. Horrible. Stroud stinks.
Yeah. That's fair. The Chargers versus the Titans.
No.
The Bears versus the Bengals.
I believe I went with the Bears.
I also did the Bears.
Yeah.
I did the Bears minus 2.5.
Okay, yeah, that's what I got too.
That's
So
what you
Bears
had?
minus
Alright.
2.5.
Okay, and then let's see what else we got here. The Colts and Steelers.
I had the Colts.
The Colts minus 3. Did I also
Yep.
have that game? I also had that game. The Colts minus 3. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And then my over unders, I did Houston. What's the
Houston, Denver.
What is it?
39.5.
Yes. And then there was another one that was 44.5. I think that was Chicago.
Hold on.
Maybe it wasn't.
So 39.5. Do you have the over or under?
Overs.
Over 39.5. And then what was the fourth game?
Wait,
you
what
have?
was that? That was the Indy?
That was Denver, Houston.
No, maybe it wasn't that one then. I lied. What's the Indy over under?
The Indy over under is 50.5.
No, okay. All right, we're gonna keep it then. We're gonna keep Denver.
Okay.
I mean, Indy could score 40 themselves, but
They
like
could.
Pittsburgh has a decent like a pretty good defense, so I wouldn't.
All right, so you have Denver and Houston. Who's your second one? Your second over
I
under.
think what was the Bears? What's their over under?
51.5.
No, it wasn't that one. Keep reading the. You haven't said it yet, I don't think.
The
matchup.
Niners, Giants.
No.
The Vikings, Lions.
Nope.
The Saints, Rams.
That's no. Dude, the Rams are like 15-point favorites.
14.5. Yeah. Jaguars, Raiders.
I don't think so. No.
Chiefs, Bills.
What's that?
Chiefs, Bills, 52.5.
Fuck it. Let's do that.
Over 52.5.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I think I had the Bears, but I don't think I could. For some reason, I thought it was 40 something, 49. Maybe it was when I checked. Maybe it changed. I don't know.
Bears. You said Bears, Bengals. What did I say it was? 51.5. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yep.
All right, I'll stick with the Bills Chiefs.
52.5. All right. All right. So I have the Bears, Bengals. I got the Bears minus 2.5. I have the Colts, Steelers as well. Colts minus 3. Then I have the Cardinals and Cowboys. I got the Cowboys. Pain me to say it. Cowboys minus 3. And then I have the Jaguars and the Rams under 44.5. And then I got to pick one more. One more. Give me division games. I want to go division. This is tough. All right, give me Seahawks, Commanders under 46.5.
Okay.
I hate going unders, but I feel like lately I've been doing a lot of unders.
Yeah. It's never fun going unders.
No, but I mean, it's a good strategy working out. For
Oh
us so
yeah,
far.
yeah. I mean, if it, I'm not saying it's a bad strategy. It's just
It's not as fun to vote
Yeah.
against points. I hear what you're saying. And then, if anybody's keeping tabs, I could read Mark's aloud. He's got the Falcons, Patriots, Falcons plus 5.5. The Bills, Chiefs, Bills plus 1.5. Steelers, Colts, Pittsburgh plus
I like that
3.
one.
What's that? The Buffalo?
Bills, yeah.
Yeah. Steelers, Colts, Pittsburgh plus 3. Ravens, Dolphins over 49.5. And then the Broncos, Texans over 39.5.
I think Lamar's back for the Ravens too.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yep.
All right. Did you want to talk Flyers or Sixers? I mean, VJ Edgecombe looks great. Like
Yep.
the first 4 games, whatever he played.
Maxie's already got two
Looks unreal.
40-point games.
Yep.
They just won an overtime. Yeah, I mean everything.
Wait, 4-0, 3-1. What are they?
They're
What's the record?
3-0.
3-0.
right?
I thought they played 4. Did they
I
not?
think this is their fourth. Yeah, they're 4-0.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot.
Good
they played
start.
last night. Yeah. I mean, it's it's October.
Well, it's a good start when like they're putting up those numbers and like Embiid's not like the guy.
Yeah, it's like the first time in his career where they're able to put up points without him on the floor,
Right. Yeah.
which is good, I guess. But like he is so cooked. It's not even his knees are so bad. But again, like he hasn't played in like 13 months or not 13
Sure.
months. It was like 8 months. He hasn't played in 8 months, and like it's
Rust. Yeah.
yeah. So it's gonna take a minute, but like I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, in January he's gonna be Joel Embiid again. 28-year-old Joel Embiid,
Yep.
MVP Joel Embiid. Like it's I've already decided who I want the next Sixer to be when like Joel and Paul George are like out of here, like their contracts are up. It's like the perfect time for when this
Okay.
guy will be, in his like 28-year-old prime.
Bronny.
Yes, exactly. Yep, you got it. I'll drive to LA myself and get him. No, he'll be out of the league because his dad will be out of the league by this point. But,
Yes.
no, this guy will be like in his late 20s. Probably hitting the market at around that same time. He could play he's a 4, but he could play the 3. And that's Paolo Banchero. That's the future. That's the future Sixer.
Okay.
He'll
I
be out
don't
of
hate it.
He'll be out of Orlando by that point. Like I don't know if you're watching this baseball game, but it's close.
So I'm watching the Frozen Frenzy right now.
Yeah, I was going back and forth.
But at least it was the 2-1 Toronto, right? Last I
Still
checked.
2-1, 7th inning, top of the 7th, second and third, no outs.
Toronto. I love that. Let's do a little split view action. There we go.
Oh, YouTube
right.
TV, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I've also had enough of their shit. If
YouTube
we're gonna
TV?
be honest, yeah. If this is like an open discussion,
It is.
this
Yep.
is like therapy.
Mhm.
I've had enough of their shit.
In terms of like the contract shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've had enough of your shit. You make billions, and you might even make trillions.
You think YouTube TV's pulling in trillions?
YouTube in general.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So like, figure it the fuck out.
Sure. Yep. I
That's
agree.
the only reason I have this. It's the
only reason. Yeah. The only thing I watch is sports. Yes.
Correct.
The only thing.
So
And I'm sure there's probably like a cheaper subscription I could get that just has sports, but like, why would I go through that trouble?
Plus, I mean, every now and then I watch live television here and there, but like, it's
rare.
Yeah, but like, it's an option. It's
Sure.
I'm cool with it. But like, fuck around. I'll download that shit illegally.
Yep. This is my first year.
I can do that now.
This is my first year not having Red Zone, and I'll tell you what, it's great. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't do that, but
it's been great. I haven't had to worry about like my fantasy lineup.
So I told you earlier, I'm 3-5 in my big league. I'm in 6th place out of 8, so I'm in a playoff spot. Again, I'm third in points, only 25 behind the team in first, or the team with the most points, who's not in first place. And this past Sunday was the first time I did not check, because every 5 seconds I'm like refreshing. This is the first time this year, maybe, and even in years, where I did not look at my phone for like the first 2 hours of football. Like
There you
not
go.
look at my app
Mm-hmm.
for the first 2 hours of football.
It's great,
And
isn't
I
it?
won. Maybe I'll do that every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Can't do that with like fantasy hockey. I check that every 10 minutes. But
I do that every like 45 minutes probably.
Yeah. So yeah, it's I forget where we were talking about YouTube TV somehow.
Because you said the split screen because we were
Yeah,
watching the Dodgers,
true.
Blue Jays. I think it's a
that is
pitching
true.
change, but
I just watched the first pitch.
but yeah, the Sixers. So yeah, they look okay right now. Paolo Banchero is going to be a Sixer.
Yep.
Um,
You heard it here first.
yes. Yeah, and then the Flyers. The Flyers won tonight.
They did in a shootout.
Yep. Bobby Brink. Did you see his move?
I didn't. No,
shootout?
no, I didn't. No,
Filthy.
I did not. I did not see
Filthy.
it. Listen, since we're in the trust tree here, you talked about your hatred for YouTube TV and you're sick of their shit. If we're in the trust circle,
Ricky T.
No. That's not where I'm going. I'll be honest. I'm getting a little tired of watching Matt Bichkov. If we're being honest. Here.
Wow.
If we're being honest.
Wow. I'll make a trade with you.
No. Because like I think he will be good. Yeah, it's I'm
A little lazy.
I'm not at. Yes, but like one, he doesn't move his feet when he's skating. He just doesn't move his feet. When he has the puck, he just glides, looking for the next spot to do it. What to do with the puck. And if you see him, like when he does get the puck, I don't know if it's like he doesn't have the confidence in the league yet because he's still 20 years old. But every time he touches the puck, he's so anxious to get rid of it and just fucking blindly throws it. Yeah. And like more often than not, just leads to a turnover. And I'm getting really annoyed watching that. And I'm not out on Matt Michkov. I'm just like a little frustrated with him.
I mean, obviously he was. I mean, I don't know if this is official, but there were talks about him maybe having a little bit of an ankle issue this summer. Hopefully it's just the Joel Embiid thing where obviously it's a much different situation, but
Can I be honest? I think the ankle thing's bullshit. I think the ankle thing's bullshit.
I was gonna say we've been honest.
We have been. We're always honest.
Yeah.
I think the ankle thing's bullshit.
Okay.
He was like point per game and averaging 19 minutes of ice in the preseason.
Okay. Well, what's the difference then? Like,
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because he didn't just like get fat.
Sure. I get that.
In those few days.
But again, he was a point per game, averaging like 19 minutes time on ice in the preseason. So what happened? I don't know.
Ricky T?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's
are
too
weird.
early. I think it's too early to really. It's too early to really like.
I agree.
To have like the answer of like
sure.
what the problem is.
Sure.
But yeah, Zegras looks
really
good.
Yep. Get down. There you go. Love that. I'm not ahead of you, am I?
You are just a bit, but it's okay. It's not the Phillies.
I'm sorry.
I don't really care.
All right.
It's not the Phillies. I don't really care. Are we gonna talk about how Shohei Ohtani just has like the Justin Bieber haircut? Like, does nobody ever like? He kind of has that like swoosh.
Shohei Ohtani's a pussy.
Okay.
I'm starting to like. A lot of people say, like, "Oh, how could you hate this guy?" I'm starting to.
Why?
And I don't know if it's because he's on the Dodgers and like fuck the Dodgers, but like, I think the betting thing went away way too convenient.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say, is it because he was allowed to gamble?
Yeah,
he threw his best friend right under the bus.
That went away way too fast. It's very convenient. And number two,
Manfred said, "This fucking guy changed everything. You better not let him go anywhere."
Yeah. Number two, how long has he been in Major League Baseball now? Just 8 years?
2017, roughly. Yeah, 8 years.
All right.
Not a math guy, but
Why does he do every single press conference and interview still with a translator? There's no reason for that. Zero. Like, he knows English. He's been over here way too long. I think he's a pussy.
I'm so happy that there's somebody else on this with me.
You
I
agree?
don't hate Otani. I don't hate Otani. I think he's a great player. I think he's
He's a great player.
the,
Sure.
the best with the second, but whatever you want to name him.
Yep.
But like the fucking guy had 2 hits going into game 4 against the Brewers, and the guy hit a $194 in his career in the playoffs before game 4 of the playoffs against Milwaukee. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many games was against the Phillies? 4. 2 against the Reds.
4.
3 against the Brewers before he did anything. That's 9 straight games where he had 2 hits. Like, and then people are going to talk about how great he was.
Hold on, in the Brewers, didn't he have wasn't that the 3 home run game, or was it
game 4? Yeah,
game 4. Okay,
I'm talking about 3 games of that.
I got you.
First 3. We're gonna talk, and remember, oh, well, look how great Shohei Ohtani is, dude. Like, it's game 4 at home. You're up 3-0. Like,
right.
It's not like they were down 0-3 and he hit the 3 home runs to get them back to win the series. Like, come on, man. They're up 3-0 at home. Like relax. I mean, he's been great, obviously, since then, but like, it's annoying. It's so annoying.
I'm like, he could have went anywhere in free agency, and he chose like the dream team Dodgers, like the easiest place for him to possibly go. I think he's a pussy.
Okay.
Great player, obviously, but
yeah.
Jesus Christ, no. Sorry.
Just give me a minute 30.
Yeah. Are you that far behind?
It's he just got the ball back from the pickoff.
Oh, fuck. Such a hard hit ball too. Oh, he's safe. He's safe.
I think I'm getting ready to.
That's so fucking close. Live podcasting.
Yeah, I have to see the replay here.
Did he hit the ball?
Yeah.
Oh, you watch that?
We're getting ready to show the replay.
It's so close. I think he's safe. Oh, he's definitely safe. Yeah, he's safe at first.
Yeah. It was close, though.
Very close. It sucks because, like, the saying that's baseball, like, he smoked that ball.
Yeah.
Smoked. Hit him right to him, though. Because there was one out, too, right? That would end the inning, I think, right? Or was there no outs? No, there's no outs. There's no outs.
Yeah.
Okay.
No outs, yeah.
Either way, this is a big out.
Wow, he just got back.
Yeah, I think he's back.
That's hard for the umpire, though, because the ball is in the glove. It's just not in the mitt yet. Like in the webbing.
A live time, he looked out.
But, yeah. But, yeah, no, I think going back to the Flyers, I think the Brink Forrester Cates line looks great. The Zegers looks great. I think there are times Sanheim looks really good.
Yep.
And I think Drysdale's been getting a lot of shit. I think there are times where he looks pretty decent here and there. He's starting to pick it up a little bit.
Agreed. Now, I think you want more than decent when you trade what you trade.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I don't know that he's going to be the guy that we thought we were going to get. Like this,
the thing about Drysdale
guy that like is going to be good on both ends. Like I don't know that he's going to be as good offensively.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the thing with Drysdale is his kind of like the perception of him is not very good defensively, but really flashy, really skilled offensively. And like so far, I've honestly kind of seen the opposite. Like he's been really good defensively. He's been really good. I haven't really seen much offensively from him. I
think he's been really good on the boards, and he's really good at moving the puck.
Yeah, I think. No, I agree. Yep, I agree. I need to see more. Yeah, Vladar's been great.
Yeah. Urson's just a backup.
yeah, agreed. But like Vladar's never started more than like 25 or 30 games in his life.
Sure.
Like,
wasn't he supposed to be like the guy in Boston before Swayman?
No, not really. No, because didn't
they think he could have been the guy?
No, because Vladar was before Boston. He was in like Calgary for a little bit. Like,
okay,
he was at a couple different points.
For some reason, I thought I remember him being like
not really
the guy. Like they thought maybe he could be like the franchise guy in Boston, and like Swayman kind of came in and like took that. But maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, not that I remember. I need to see more Gurbankin too. Gurbankin shouldn't sit anymore. Like play Gurbankin.
Yeah, and I'm fine with Delorier like coming in.
not.
Coming in like every fourth or fifth game to like keep him loose and like because obviously it's not the game. It's not the same game it was years ago where like you need a guy to fight, but like he's definitely like an enforcer of some sort, whether that's hitting guys or dropping the gloves. And I think that it's fine if you sit there and you say, all right, we want him to get his legs. My dishwasher just made a crazy noise. It's fine if you want to get him out there every few games to like keep him loose, and especially if he's gonna drop the gloves. But like, I don't think Gurbankin's the guy that you take off for that.
I agree
Personally, he's been one maybe the third or fourth best guy on this team so far this year. And the Jet Luchenko thing, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand, and I'm starting to like worry a little bit about the Briere Jonesy like era because like, look, the Porter Martone thing that kind of just fell in their laps, and we don't know what he's going to be yet. Like, he looks like he's going to be good, but like his size, his speed, like he probably could have been able to start this year with the Flyers if he really wanted to.
Yep.
But yeah, I obviously the Cutter Gauthier situation, and then drafting Luchenko. The Michkov thing is starting to become a little bit of like a concern, right? So it's like it's just like I really want it to work out with Briere and Jonesy, but like I'm starting to kind of get a little bit, questioning a little bit. I don't know how good James Higgins is going to be, but like, let's see how that pans out.
Sure.
Because the dude that what's his name? Minnesota.
Bouillon.
The guy that Bouillon. Like, I think he's third in defenseman points, right?
I don't.
I think he's behind Makar.
I don't. Is that true?
Pretty sure I saw that yesterday.
His stats are misleading.
Wait, I lost you. Yeah, it might be my headphones though. Wait. It's really low on my end. What'd you say? I'm low on yours?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. It's just really, 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 really low. Maybe it might be. Am I low on your end?
No, you're great.
All right.
How about now?
No, it's pretty low. I'm even like messing with my controls, and you're still the same. There we go. Wait. No, you were good for a second.
How about now?
Yep, perfect.
There's something going on with my cord.
How the turntables.
Because so I don't want to mess with it, so I'm not going to touch it. But it was all the way in, and you couldn't hear me.
That's what she said.
Yes, and then I took it out a little bit.
That's what she said.
There you go. And then you could hear me. So I think something's fucked up with my cord.
Yes. Okay. So I believe what I saw yesterday was he was third in defenseman points.
Yeah, it's a little misleading.
Okay.
Because if you've seen anything about the Minnesota Wild, they're like top 2 or 3 teams in terms of power play minutes, and they just feed him power play minutes. Feed him.
But maybe that's maybe that was what would help this team.
I mean, I don't know.
Good power play minutes.
Sure, but if you look at any other metric in terms with Zeev Bouillon, whether it's, and I'm not really like a big analytics guy, but like look at the defensive analytics, you look at something as simple as plus minus, his numbers are terrible.
Yeah,
his numbers are terrible in terms of defensive play. It's the only reason he has the points he has is because they just feed him minutes.
Sure.
So
but they could be feeding him minutes here, and he could be doing the same thing.
Sure.
But it's
Woody, because he doesn't have a what's his name, a Kirill Kaprizov to pass to on the power play.
He's got a Matvey Michkov. No, I'm just kidding.
Michkov is not Kaprizov.
I couldn't even say it with a straight face.
Yes.
But yeah, I just like the whole Jet Luchenko thing. Like, is confusing to me. I know they sent him back down, but like,
Mhm.
I just like, I don't know, man. Like, we talked about this a couple weeks ago over text. Like, I think you should have either sent him down right away or, oh my god, I just saw that hit. I think you either should have sent him down right away or you keep him up here and you let him figure it the fuck out. Like,
Yeah, I agree with that.
like,
What are you pausing the inevitable for?
right, right.
Either do
Either
it
see
or
what
don't.
he has or don't.
Yeah, sure.
You're
I
only
agree.
hurting the player. And him
Yep.
sitting in the press box like he did that one or two games, like it's just it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I agree.
But overall, I think Brink has been great. I think Kate's Forrester. That line's been a lot of fun. Sanheim, Drysdale.
Yep.
I don't feel like I haven't really noticed York.
He's been
Tippett.
fine.
Tippett's been really good too.
Really good. Yep.
There was a play tonight that was like so Owen Tippett. Puck came loose and dude, he put on the fucking Jets and almost had a breakaway. And the defender like kind of came in and knocked it away before he can get a shot off. And it was just like so Owen Tippett.
Yep.
But he's been really good. Dude can fucking fly.
Yeah, he's
Um,
definitely can.
But yeah, Vladar's been great. But yeah, I mean, you know, I really hope that they can go out in this offseason and really find this number one center because if they continue to play this way, I just don't think they're going to get a high draft pick.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
let's go get Pinto from Ottawa.
Sure.
And,
You still got to find number one center because I don't know that he's that guy, but
he's been really good this year.
he has been really good. But like, and they haven't started that great. Where like they are close to blowing it up. Probably.
Yeah,
If I had to guess. Maybe not blowing it up, but making some sort of big crazy trade.
So we trade Jet Luchenko.
Mm-hmm. I like where you're going with this. I know where you're going. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep
Jet
going.
Luchenko.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Give me some other names that are like tradable.
Emil Andre.
Emil Andre will give. Fuck it. We'll even give them like Paul George.
Like,
We'll give Aaron Nola.
Okay.
And you know, even though they don't have a baseball team,
Denver Barkey.
Sure. Oliver Bonk.
Yep. You have all of them. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, now what do we get in return?
You
Shane
know,
Pinto.
you know.
And Brady Kachuk. I think is right.
100%.
Yep. There it is.
Add some more grit to this team because I think this team has a lot of grit. You know, between Hathaway and even like Michkov, like we were talking about it over the weekend, like he's throwing the body a little bit.
I'm afraid to mix it up.
Zegers tonight right before overtime.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So like these guys, you know, I'm into it.
Yeah, there was a hit. There was a hit.
A real tough guy. Real tough guy that could give you 30 goals.
Right. There was a hit that Michkov made last week, or it might have been over the weekend.
It was over the weekend. Yeah, we were talking about it.
Where I legitimately thought it was Grabenkin. Because like the 29, 39, like their numbers are similar. And like I'm not used to seeing Michkov throw that hit.
Yeah.
So are you got anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
I don't think so. That's it. I think we went
a lot of Phillies talk this week.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, because I'm still kind of
we probably, you know, there probably won't be much discussion of them until they make a move for the next, you know, few months.
Yeah, we won't talk about them until, you know, February.
When they make a really bad move, yeah.
All right. Or when they sign Schwarber to a 7-year contract in 2 weeks, like then we'll hear about it.
$200 million.
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll do it for this week of Fired Up. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Fired Up Sports, at Fired Up Sports, and firedupsports.com. We'll see everybody next Tuesday. See you then.